My name is Celia Cullimore. I'm the proud founder and senior project manager for Bajan Fusion. Bajan Fusion is a fitness lifestyle event management service helping you get fit for life through engaging events that fuse entertainment, education, and excitement. It's really about helping families, helping communities, helping workplaces to do better. And the more informed you are, the more educated you are, you're able to make better decisions to support your health, your fitness, and your overall wellness. I always like to start from a place of understanding. What does wellness mean to you? And what does holistic wellness mean to you? Wellness is an active, so it's action that you have to take. It's holistic, so you're looking at all aspects of your life. And process, it's a process, it's a journey that you must go on if you want to achieve the goals that you say that you want to. So wellness is an active and holistic process. And then you have the opportunity to learn about and engage in behaviors. So you're gaining this knowledge and then you are applying this information so you can reap particular benefits or results. Holistic wellness is you, the individual, caring about your whole self. You're not just looking at your life physically, but you're looking at your life emotionally, mentally, spiritually, socially, financially, occupationally, environmentally, etc. I just really want you to think, can someone be successful and not be well? Can someone look physically fit and be mentally exhausted? Yes, two things can be true. I always like to use myself as an example where persons would say, but oh, Celia, you are so fit, you are so this, you're so that. And they're absolutely right, but they don't have all the information. And usually that's how we all navigate life, right? So people don't know your whole story. They don't know your full story. So when I think about myself, yes, I may look fit and I may look healthy, but I do have a health condition. It started as hyperthyroidism with Graves' disease. And now I am living with hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's disease. So it's an autoimmune condition that impacts not only your endocrine system, which is your hormones, your nervous system. It impacts your heart. It impacts your brain. A lot of things are happening here, and medication is what helps to support me on a day to day. But I do not allow my condition to take hold of me. I embrace it as it is. I take my medication. I eat well. I do multiple things to make sure that I can navigate life in gratitude. I really prefer to operate in a space of gratitude. So true wellness is all about you're aligning yourself and you're harmonizing all the priorities in your life. Wellness is an active and holistic process of learning about and engaging in behaviors that are likely to result in optimal health and well-being. And holistic wellness is you're looking at the whole person. You're looking at all the dimensions of wellness. Yes, you go to work to make money, but you're not a workhorse. You are a human being. You're living a human experience. Yes, you have skill sets and you're able to add value to organization, but you bring your whole self to work. And when you bring your whole self to work, things happen sometimes when you're in the workspace. Like you don't leave some of you at home. You take all of you within the workplace. So I'll highlight the 9 dimensions of wellness. Write them down. You can also follow Workplace Wellness BB on Instagram. That's actually the handle that supports this movement around workplace wellness. So the areas are physical wellness, mental or psychological wellness, financial wellness, occupational wellness, social wellness, spiritual wellness, cultural wellness, intellectual wellness, and environmental wellness. So there's no perfect work-life balance. When you break down 24-hour day, we don't get equal time. Nothing gets the same amount of time, but you want to make sure that the things that are priority to you, you want to give it time. So I would always say to people, instead of saying you want work-life balance, work is a part of life and it's a critical part of life, but your full life, when you think about your full life, you're integrating the priorities in your life. So I call that lifestyle integration. Workplace wellness is definitely one of those areas that I am most passionate about. And why am I most passionate about it? Because people spend most of their time at work. Most of you spend 8 hours at work, 9, 10 hours, and you want to make sure that the space that you're going into, you love to go in there. Unfortunately, stress, burnout, anxiety, poor eating habits, lack of movement, and emotional exhaustion have become normalized. So when you think about being in the workspace, some of you or many of you talk about being overworked and underpaid and undervalued and not respected within the workspace. And, that's not normal. That isn't right. And are you having enough conversations, or are you having the right conversation, or are you having the uncomfortable and diplomatic conversation to make sure that you can really focus, or your organization can focus on creating a workplace that is happier, that is healthier, that is productive? And if you are not necessarily happy in that space, what are you doing about it? Will you continue to stay in the space that you don't enjoy, or will you start to make changes? Yes, whether it is going into another department, being promoted, or leaving the organization. So there's many things to think about when it comes to your workplace wellness and the health of the organization. You can educate yourself on your own. Everybody has a smartphone. And I would normally say to people, keep your smartphone smart. You have YouTube, you have Google, there are podcasts, there's books, there's magazines, there's newspapers. There's so many ways that you can educate yourself around health. And it isn't just about educating, but you want to make sure that you are applying what you're learning, especially if it's important to you. Companies being aware of where their team members are at, what their challenges are, what their interests are, and be able to incorporate programming that supports their journey. So you can't take a one-person approach. You have to take a multi-person, multi-generational approach when you are developing your workplace wellness initiative. To improve your productivity, rest is part of that journey. It doesn't make sense going all the time and then crashing out and then burning out. So you want to make sure that you find time for rest, and you want to make sure that you use your vacation. I say to people all the time, within the workspace, if anything happens to you, they're going to find somebody else. They're going to replace you. They're going to be sorry that you're gone. But at the end of the day, life goes on, and they will find other people to replace you. So while you are alive and in full consciousness, you want to make sure that you are utilizing the time that you deserve and taking care of yourself holistically. Someone asked me the other day, Celia, why is wellness so important to you? So I just want to share a personal story of me really getting to that point of making wellness a priority. I love Bajan Fusion. Bajan Fusion is my business, but my business cannot grow, or it cannot go further if I am not putting in the work and if I'm not taking care of myself. So back in 2006, I had a lot of complications. My feet was swelling. Heart rate was fast. I was losing a lot of weight. I had a very fast heart rate. My heart used to get pains in my heart, like I was getting a heart attack. Skin dry, hair brittle underneath, feet, were like fish scales. There were so many symptoms that were just stacking on top of each other. And then by early 2007, I was diagnosed with hyperthyroidism and Graves' disease. I'm on medication now, and having been treated, I had to go through radioactive iodine. I am now hypothyroid and living with Hashimoto's disease. So all autoimmune conditions. And wellness is important to me because I need to be well. I need to take care of myself. If I don't take care of myself, who's going to do it for me? And that's the same question for you. If you don't take care of yourself, who is going to do it for you? So for me is I want to live a long life. I want to live a fruitful life. And I knew that back then I wasn't sure about my future. I wasn't sure if I was going to live past 30 years old. But I said to God, I want to live. And I remember writing this note to myself saying, I wanted to live, and something had to give, letting go of what doesn't serve me and embracing all that would heal me. And when the doctor said to me, this is your protocol, these are the things that you need to do, I was on 6 pills a day. Every month I had to go and get blood tests just to check to see what my levels were like. And every week, every month, every year, I was doing better until 3 years later, I was actually, I had to come off of medication because I was better. But reality is I was topped up, right? Just how you top up a phone. That's really how I feel like my body is topped up with the medication. And the moments that I choose not to use it, I literally go in a slump. I feel very drained. I feel very tired. There's a lot that happens. So for me, medication supports me. I know people will talk about doing things the natural way. I do both, right? So I use medication, but I also still do my best to eat well. So I would encourage you that if you're challenged with a health condition, if you're challenged with not taking care of yourself, not finding the time to work out, not finding the time to eat properly, not finding the time to get proper rest, I'm encouraging you to start today to really invest time, energy, resources into your health and your wellness. The reason why we're doing these series is, yes, we're doing the fitness party, and fitness party is really about holistic living, but also community and cultural connection. And we want to make sure that when you show up on June 13th, Garrison, Savannah, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., that you're going to be part of an experience that is fun, that is engaging, that is culturally relevant, energetic, and accessible. So there's going to be something for everyone. So whether you are 6 years old or you're 60 years old, you will definitely come in this space and have a good time. If you have not signed up yet for a fitness party, the deadline is next Thursday, June 11th. So feel free to visit www.bajanfusion.com/events. Click on the link in our bio, complete the booking form, choose fitness party, and sign up for that. It's $50 for adults, which includes water, fruit, and you also get the first 30 people get access to our wellness passport. And that wellness passports give you the opportunity to win some very cool prizes. So over the next couple of days, we'll be highlighting the different wellness and lifestyle prizes that persons will have the opportunity to win at our fitness party. We're also going to have lifestyle solutions exhibitors. So whether it's skincare, whether it's massage therapy, financial wellness, nutrition, we want to make sure that we're incorporating all the aspects of, or most of the aspects of wellness into this fitness party experience. Goal is really to encourage Barbadians, or encourage anyone within our network, anyone in our community, to really take your health and your wellness seriously, to make it a priority, right? If you don't do it for you, who is going to do it for you? So making sure that you get rest, make sure that you eat well, make sure that you're exercising, making sure that you have healthy relationships, making sure that you're setting boundaries. There's so many things that have to work together where you feel happy, you feel fulfilled on your health and your wellness journey. I'm going to be having a conversation on live, 8 o'clock, with Marcia Armstrong. She will be talking around financial wellness and stress. So you don't want to miss that session. When all things fail, or you believe that all things fail, I encourage you to seek help, ask for help. There has to be someone that you know, that you love, that you trust, that you respect, that can support you on your journey, even when you are challenged. So I want you to continue to focus on taking care of yourself. Share this live. It may benefit someone, even if it's one thought that was mentioned today that can support someone on their journey. And as you know, Fitness Party is all about celebrating you and what your body can do. So I want to thank all of our sponsors, partners, contributors, exhibitors who have really helped us to bring this Fitness Party vision to life.